Hey, I'm Gus, and this is my project for MP3. So the first thing I've made changes to is the adding place screen, where before we were using a specific name we typed in, which is Bob, and then we were using a very specific UID, which we typed it ourselves. And now what I've done is that in the add place activity, I've included a text field where you could input the name, like say Gus, and then you could put your in your description. So I'd say this place is fire, and so what happens is the name Gus would be recorded into the places list, and a unique UID would be assigned to the name Gus. And so we won't have to be using the specific name, which was Bob, like we used in MP2 the whole time. And the second changes I've made is that now when you click on a place, it not only says the description on the place, it also says who said that about the description. As you can see, it now says Gus says this place is fire instead of just this place is fire. And the next thing is I thought about how we could improve on the app, and what I thought would be easier for people if they're exploring different places around campus is that whenever you click on a place, the marker, it turns into an X, which to signify that you've seen that place before. So it makes it easier for people to record like places they've seen before, makes it easier for them to keep track of where they want to go to next, for example. And so to accomplish what I've created, the online resources that I've used were, so the first one would be this video on how to get user input in Android Studio. And so yeah, this helped me to perfect the user input screen, where I included the name field here and a bit of the design. And the next place is the Stack Overflow, where I asked if there's a way to convert string to a UUID. So I've used it in my add place activity function, where I assign a unique UUID from a string name. And the next thing I used is how to use default Android drawables. So what I tried to do first was like to change the icon of the markers. And so what happens here is I looked at this on how to use Android drawables, and then I looked at this list of all the drawables that are available in Android, and then I found the one where it turns into an X. So that made this program easier to see when it marks the places you've gone to with an X. And some of the challenges I faced along the way was, one big challenge I faced was this one error called git detached head. So I didn't know what it was, and then I went on to the CS124 forum, and it said what I had to do was kind of make a local branch and then merge it with the main branch. So yep, by in doing that, I fixed the error, and I was able to commit what I've done, what I've worked on the project to GitHub. And the next thing was the get text right here. At first, this field throws an error because I forgot the get text thing from the name text, and so in adding get text, it makes the program work. And after I completed what I did, I committed what I had to Git, like right here. MP3 is what I committed, and it is now in GitHub. As you can see, MP3 final committed 25 minutes ago. Yep, and that is it for my project.